welcome to
Big Podcast.
So we're from Team 4. We're gonna debate about national examination. So I'm Siti Armadani from Absen 30.
Hello everyone, my name is Karila Nisa.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Farizal, absent to 20.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatul Fuad.
Hello everyone, my name is Raskia.
Hello everyone, my name is Shafira, number absent 31.
So watch till the end.
Keep watching.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to today's debate. We will be discussing hot topic in education, the pros and cons of the national examination. I'm Fatul Fuad and I'll be your host for this podcast.
And I am Fahrizal, your moderator. We will be guiding today's debate podcast.
Okay, this podcast is going to be exciting. But before we begin, let's introduce on friend. Representing the protein, we are Raskia and Safira.
Hello.
And representing the contra team, we have Siti and Kayla.
Hello.
Okay, as we all know, the national examination is planned to be reinstated in 2026. This exam has been part of Indonesia's education system for years, but its existence is still widely debated. Some believe that is essential for maintaining national education standards, while others argue that it should be abolished because it burdens students and doesn't accurately reflect their abilities.
In this podcast, we'll hear from both sides. The pro team will explain why the national examination is still necessary, while the contra team will argue why it should be replaced with a better system.
Okay, alright guys, let's get started with the opening statement from the pro team. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you. First, we strongly believe that the national examination is crucial and should be reinstated. It plays an important role in assessing the national education standard. With this exam, the government can evaluate the quality of education across the country.
That's absolutely right. The national examination also serves our motivation for students to study harder. Without an exam that determines graduation or achievement, students may lose their drive to learn. This test challenges them and encourage discipline and responsibility in their studies.
Alright, thank you for the pro team. Now let's hear from the contra team. You may begin.
Okay, thank you. We from the contract team believe that the national examination is necessary. Why? Because it doesn't truly reflect the students' overall abilities. It only tests a few subjects in a limited time, which isn't a fair indicator of student potency and competencies.
Moreover, the psychological pressure from the national examination is overwhelming. Many students experience stress, anxiety, and even health problems due to fear of failing. It's unfair that their future is determined by a single exam held over just a few days.
Alright, now we move on to the regular session. The pro team will respond first.
Okay, thank you. But since the government removed the national examination, they introduced the other admission system, the new system of academic, such as the zoning system. However, we believe this system is unfair because it prioritises distance and age over the academic ability. As a result, students have limited choices when selecting school.
Alright, now let's hear The debater from the contract team go ahead.
Thank you, but let's not forget that the government has also provided academic and non-academic admission route. The academic route assesses students based on their actual grades from the first to the fifth semester, so they have to worry about the final exam. So this allows them to focus on their school exams and practical assessment instead.
But isn't there a risk that the student will slack off in their last semester if they already have their grades secured by the fifth semester? They may lose their motivation to study seriously. The national examination ensures that students stay focused until the very end.
That's not true. Even without the national examination, students still have school-based exams and practical tests. They need to maintain good performance throughout their studies, not just prepare for a final nationwide test.
This is getting interesting. Now, let's dig deeper into the psychological impact to the national examination. Rotim, do you think students benefit from the pressure?
Well, pressure isn't always bad. A little bit of stress can actually push students to perform better. In real life, they will face many challenges and high-stakes situations. The national examination helps them to develop resilience and the ability to work under pressure.
Too much pressure can have the opposite effect. Instead of making students, it can lead to extreme like anxiety, depression, and even psycho illness. Some students freeze during exams, even though they understand the material well. Is it fair to judge their entire education based on one test?
That's why proper preparation is key. School, teacher, and parents need to support students and teach them how to handle stress. Life is full of challenges, and students should learn how to manage their emotion early on.
The problem is not students have the same level of support. Some come from the underprivileged background and don't have access to extra lesson or tutoring. The national examination favors students who can afford extra help, making it an unfair system.
These are some strong points from good studies. Before we move to closing statement, let's briefly talk about alternative. If the national examination were to be retracted, what would be a better system?
Instead of completely removing the national examination, maybe we can modify it. We can introduce a combination of standardized tests and school-based assessment to create a more balanced evaluation.
That could be a better approach, but we should also consider project-based learning and competency assessment. Students should be evaluated on practical skills, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, not just memorization.
That sounds interesting, but how will the government ensure that every school applies the same standards? One benefit of the national examination is that it creates a uniform benchmark for all students.
Instead of single nationwide exam, school could follow a national curriculum that have flexibility in assessment. Teachers should have more input in evaluating their students, rather than relying on a one-size-fits-all science.
These are some great ideas. Now, let's move on to the closing statement.
Okay, in summary, we believe the national examination is still necessary to maintain Indonesian education standard. Without it, the government would struggle to evaluate the national education system effectively. Additionally, this exam helps students develop discipline and a strong study ethic.
But on the other hand, we believe the national examination is not the best way to assess students' capabilities. It causes unnecessary stress and doesn't actually measure students' full potential. They're more comprehensive way to evaluate student performance.
The debate on the national so strong view from both sides. Supporter emphasize the start under this of evolution will openly argue that the system does not reflect student overall ability. The most important thing is to create an education system that inspires more effective and suit the needs of students.
Okay, thank you to both teams for your insightful arguments. Today's debate podcast has given useful perspective on the national examination.
And with that, we call today's debate. Thank you to everyone for participating and to our audition for listening. We hope this discussion help solve and better education system in Turkus. So see you in the next debate podcast.
See you
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay guys, thank you for watching our podcast. Bye.